This is the second part of my look into climate change. In this video, we embark on a transformative journey towards a greener and more sustainable world. In this part, we'll explore collaborative efforts, global initiatives, and the urgent need for climate change. We'll discover how individual and collective actions can make a significant difference in mitigating climate change. From embracing sustainable practices in daily life to implementing green strategies in business, we'll explore tangible steps you can take to contribute to a sustainable future. Together, let's uncover the pathways to a more environmentally conscious and resilient world. Howdy, I'm just some random nude dude sitting in my closet talking to myself. It's also where I celebrate the power of free thinking and encourage bold ideas. As a society, we're often afraid to challenge the norms and think outside the box. But here, I embrace the unconventional. So sit back, relax, and join me on this journey of exploration, where we embrace our inner nude dude and push boundaries to discover new perspectives. Before we start, pause the video and go grab a beer and some popcorn. It's going to be a while. I always use chapters in my video, but I don't normally point them out. I think most viewers just see them down there at the bottom. But this video is longer than most, so I wanted to actually point out the chapter markers in case you don't want to watch the whole thing at once or want to jump around. And if you missed part 1, there's a link up here. I think it's up here. As the global community faces the challenges of climate change, it's crucial to highlight the collaborative efforts and innovative strategies being undertaken to mitigate its impacts. In this segment, we'll explore how collective action and individual choices can contribute to building a sustainable future. Addressing the challenges of climate change requires global collaboration and partnerships among nations, organizations, and individuals. Let's explore some of the key aspects of global collaboration and partnerships in the context of creating a sustainable future. Global collaboration is facilitated through international agreements and commitments aimed at addressing climate change. The Paris Agreement, for instance, is a landmark accord signed by nearly all countries, which sets targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and provides a framework for international cooperation. Through such agreements, countries commit to collective action and strive for shared objectives in tackling climate change. Global collaboration promotes the sharing of knowledge, best practices, and technological advancements. Countries and organizations can learn from successful experiences and exchange innovative solutions to accelerate climate action. Technological transfer plays a crucial role in supporting developing countries by providing access to clean and sustainable technologies that can help leapfrog traditional development pathways. Global collaboration involves financial support through climate financing and funding mechanisms. Developed countries pledge financial assistance to developing nations to support their climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts. International funding mechanisms, such as the Green Climate Fund, aim to mobilize resources to support climate projects in developing countries, particularly those vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. Collaboration among scientists, researchers, and institutions globally enhances our understanding of climate change impacts and potential solutions. Scientific collaboration networks enable the exchange of data, research findings, and methodologies, which contribute to evidence-based decision-making and the development of innovative climate solutions. Collaborative research efforts also foster the collective generation of knowledge and insights needed to address complex climate challenges. Global collaboration encourages cross-border initiatives and programs that promote joint actions to address shared challenges. This includes initiatives that focus on renewable energy development, sustainable land management, ecosystem conservation, and climate resilience. By pooling resources, expertise, and efforts across borders, countries can achieve greater impact and overcome common barriers to sustainable development. Collaboration between governments and the private sector plays a vital role in driving global climate action. Public-private partnerships foster innovative solutions, technological advancement, and investment in sustainable practices. Such collaborations can lead to the development and deployment of clean energy technologies, sustainable transportation systems, and circular economy models. Global collaboration necessitates diplomatic efforts and cooperation among nations. This involves negotiations, dialogue, and diplomatic exchanges to foster mutual understanding, trust, and shared commitment to climate goals. International platforms, conferences, and summits provide opportunities for countries to come together, share progress, and strengthen their collaboration in addressing climate change. Global collaboration and partnerships are essential for leveraging collective strengths, resources, and expertise to effectively address climate change on a global scale. By working together, we can foster greater resilience, drive innovation, and create a sustainable future for the planet and future generations. While global collaboration and systemic changes are crucial, individual actions also play a significant role in creating a greener world. Here are some key areas where individuals can make a positive impact. Individuals can adopt sustainable consumption habits by making informed choices about the products they purchase. This includes opting for eco-friendly and ethically produced goods, reducing waste by practicing mindful consumption, and supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability in their operations. Individuals can contribute to a greener world by conserving energy in their daily lives. This can be achieved by using energy-efficient appliances, properly insulating homes, reducing energy consumption through conscious habits, such as turning off lights when not in use, and considering renewable energy sources for personal use, like solar panels. Making sustainable transportation sources significantly reduces carbon emissions. Individuals can opt for public transportation, carpooling, cycling, or walking whenever possible. When a car is necessary, choosing fuel-efficient or electric vehicles helps minimize the environmental impact of transportation. Proper waste management is essential for a greener world. Individuals can actively reduce waste by practicing the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. This involves minimizing single-use items, reusing materials whenever possible, and recycling materials that can be repurposed into new products. Conserving water is vital for sustainability. Individuals can reduce water consumption by using water-efficient fixtures, repairing leaks promptly, and adopting mindful water use practices, such as taking shorter showers and watering plants during optimal times, or xeriscaping. The food we consume has a significant environmental footprint. Individuals can make greener food choices by opting for locally sourced organic and plant-based foods. Reducing food waste by meal planning, composting organic waste, and supporting sustainable farming practices can also contribute to a more sustainable food system. Individuals can raise awareness about climate change and sustainable practices by engaging in conversations, sharing knowledge, and advocating for change. By inspiring others and mobilizing collective action, individuals can create a ripple effect that extends beyond their own actions. Staying informed and continuously learning about climate change, sustainability, and environmental issues empowers individuals to make informed decisions and take meaningful action. Education can come from various sources, such as books, documentaries, online resources, reliable online resources, and community workshops. Every individual has the power to make a difference. By adopting sustainable habits, making conscious choices, and inspiring others, individuals can contribute to a greener world and be part of the collective effort to address climate change and preserve the planet for future generations. Innovation and technological advancements play a crucial role in addressing climate change and creating a sustainable future. Here are some key areas where innovation and technology are driving positive change. Advancements in renewable energy technologies, such as solar, wind, hydroelectric, and geothermal power, are transforming the energy sector. These technologies harness clean, abundant, and renewable sources of energy, reducing dependence on fossil fuels and significantly lowering greenhouse gas emissions. The development of efficient energy storage systems is vital for renewable energy integration. Battery technologies, such as lithium-ion batteries, are improving energy storage capabilities, enabling a more reliable and flexible renewable energy infrastructure. Energy storage systems help balance supply and demand, store excess energy, and provide uninterrupted power during peak demand periods. Innovation in transportation is driving the transition towards greener modes of transport. Electric vehicles are becoming more accessible and affordable, with advancements in battery technology allowing for longer driving ranges and faster charging times. Additionally, innovations in public transportation systems, such as electric buses and light rail systems, contribute to reduced emissions and improved air quality in urban areas. Smart grid technologies optimize energy distribution and consumption by integrating renewable energy sources, energy storage systems, and advanced metering infrastructure. These technologies enable better monitoring, management, and control of electricity flow, allowing for a more efficient and resilient grid system. Technology and innovation are transforming the agricultural sector towards more sustainable practices. Precision agriculture techniques, including the use of sensors, drones, and data analytics, enable farmers to optimize resource usage, minimize water and fertilizer waste, and improve crop yields. Innovations in vertical farming, hydroponics, and aquaponics offer efficient ways to produce food in urban areas with minimal environmental impact. The concept of a circular economy aims to minimize waste and maximize resource efficiency. Innovations in recycling technology, waste management systems, and material recovery processes are advancing the transition towards a circular economy model. These innovations enable the recovery and reuse of valuable resources, reducing the reliance on virgin materials and minimizing environmental pollution. Innovations in green building and design promote energy efficiency, sustainability, and occupant well-being. Advancements in building materials, insulation, energy management systems, and renewable energy integration contribute to the development of greener buildings that have minimal environmental impact and provide healthier living and working conditions. Carbon capture and negative emissions technologies aim to capture and store carbon dioxide from environmental processes and the atmosphere. Innovations in these technologies, including direct air capture, enhanced carbon sequestration in natural ecosystems, and carbon utilization, offer potential solutions to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the impacts of climate change. Through innovation and technology, we have the opportunity to create a more sustainable and resilient future. By supporting research, development, and deployment of these solutions, we can accelerate the transition towards a low-carbon economy and mitigate the impacts of climate change. Embracing innovation and technology is vital in achieving our collective goals for a sustainable and prosperous world. Corporate responsibility and sustainable business practices are essential for addressing climate change. Encouraging companies to prioritize sustainability can drive significant positive impact. Here are some key strategies to promote corporate responsibility. Companies should conduct thorough environmental impact assessments to understand their ecological footprint. Assessments help identify areas where companies can reduce their environmental impact, such as energy consumption, waste generation, and greenhouse gas emissions. Encouraging companies to adopt and adhere to recognized environmental standards, such as ISO 14001 or LEED certification, promotes sustainable practices. These standards provide guidelines for reducing environmental harm, improving resource efficiency, and implementing responsible waste management. Companies can set ambitious emissions reduction targets aligned with scientific recommendations, such as the goals outlined in the Paris Agreement. By committing to reducing their greenhouse gas emissions, companies can contribute to global efforts to limit global warming and mitigate climate change. Encouraging companies to assess and improve the sustainability of their supply chains is crucial. This includes ensuring responsible sourcing of raw materials, promoting fair labor practices, and reducing the environmental impact of transportation and logistics. Companies can embrace circular economy principles by designing products for durability, repairability, and recyclability. Implementing take-back programs and incorporating recycled materials in their production processes promote resource efficiency and reduces waste. Encouraging companies to engage in corporate social responsibility initiatives that address social and environmental challenges have a significant impact. CSR programs can focus on areas such as community engagement, employee well-being, diversity and inclusion, and philanthropic efforts that support environmental conservation and climate action. Encouraging collaboration and partnerships between businesses, governments, nonprofit organizations, and academia fosters innovation and knowledge sharing. Collaborative efforts can lead to the development of sustainable solutions, sharing of best practices, and collective action to address climate change on a larger scale. Companies should practice transparent reporting in their environmental performance, including greenhouse gas emissions, water usage, waste management, and progress towards sustainability goals. Transparent reporting enables stakeholders to hold companies accountable and make informed decisions about their products and services. Investors can play a vital role in promoting corporate responsibility by integrating environmental, social, and governance factors, or ESG factors, into their investment decisions. Pressuring companies to improve sustainability performance and disclosing ESG-related information can drive positive change. By encouraging corporate responsibility, we can drive the transition to a more sustainable and low-carbon economy. Companies have the potential to become powerful agents of change and contribute significantly to global efforts to combat climate change. By adopting sustainable practices, reducing their environmental impact, and embracing social responsibility, businesses can become leaders in the journey towards a more sustainable and equitable future. Empowering communities and fostering environmental education are crucial components of addressing climate change. When individuals and communities are equipped with knowledge, skills, and resources, they can actively participate in sustainability efforts. Here are some key strategies for empowering communities and promoting environmental education. Encouraging community engagement and participation is essential for building grassroots movements and fostering a sense of ownership in the climate action. Communities can be involved in decision-making processes, participate in local sustainability projects, and collaborate with local authorities and organizations to develop climate resilience strategies. Integrating environmental education into school curricula equips future generations with the knowledge and understanding of climate change and its impacts. Environmental education can focus on topics such as renewable energy, conservation, sustainable lifestyles, and climate justice. It cultivates a sense of environmental stewardship and empowers students to become agents of change. Promoting public awareness campaigns can raise consciousness about climate change and inspire individual action. These campaigns can leverage various mediums, such as social media, television, radio, and community events, to disseminate information, share success stories, and highlight the importance of sustainable practices. Providing capacity-building programs and skills development opportunities empowers individuals and communities to take action. This includes training programs on renewable energy technologies, sustainable agriculture practices, waste management, and other relevant areas. Building local capacity strengthens resilience and facilitates the adoption of sustainable practices. Ensuring equitable access to clean energy and essential resources, such as clean water and sanitation, is crucial. Empowering communities with affordable, renewable energy solutions, promoting energy efficiency measures, and supporting initiatives that provide clean water and sanitation services can enhance quality of life and contribute to sustainable development. Recognizing the unique knowledge and practices of indigenous communities is vital for sustainable development. Collaborating with indigenous communities, respecting their traditional ecological knowledge, and involving them in decision-making processes strengthens climate action efforts and promotes cultural diversity. Encouraging entrepreneurship and the development of green jobs can provide economic opportunities while promoting sustainable practices. Supporting initiatives that foster innovation, provide training for green careers, and promote sustainable business ventures can create a more inclusive and resilient economy. Collaborating with civil society organizations, nonprofit groups, and community-based initiatives enhances community empowerment and expands the reach of sustainability efforts. These partnerships can leverage local knowledge, mobilize resources, and drive community-led projects. By empowering communities and promoting environmental education, we can create a society that is actively engaged in addressing climate change. Through knowledge, awareness, and the necessary tools, individuals and communities can play a meaningful role in sustainable development and contribute to a more resilient and climate-friendly future. In this segment, we've highlighted the power of collaborative solutions in tackling climate change. From global partnerships to individual actions, every effort counts. By working together, embracing innovation, and empowering communities, we can pave the way for a sustainable future that preserves our planet for generations to come. Addressing climate change requires global efforts and comprehensive mitigation strategies. This segment explores some of the key international initiatives and mitigation strategies being implemented to combat climate change. Transitioning to renewable energy sources is a key mitigation strategy. Many countries are investing in renewable energy technologies such as solar, wind, hydroelectric, and geothermal power. Promoting renewable energy not only reduces greenhouse gas emissions, but also contributes to energy security, economic growth, and job creation. Improving energy efficiency across sectors is an effective strategy for reducing emissions. This involves implementing energy-efficient practices in building, industries, and transportation. By reducing energy waste, energy efficiency measures can help lower carbon emissions, while also providing economic benefits through cost savings. The transportation sector is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Mitigation strategies include promoting electric vehicles, improving public transportation systems, encouraging cycling and walking, and investing in alternative fuels and infrastructure to reduce the reliance on fossil fuels, which is a 150-year-old technology. Protecting and restoring forests, implementing sustainable agricultural practices, and avoiding deforestation are essential to mitigate climate change. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing and storing large amounts of carbon dioxide. Sustainable land use practices, such as agroforestry and reforestation, can contribute to both climate change mitigation and adaptation. Investing in research and development of clean technologies and sustainable solutions is vital for long-term climate mitigation. Governments, businesses, and institutions are investing in innovation and supporting breakthroughs in renewable energy, energy storage, carbon capture and storage, and other climate-friendly technologies. Developed countries have committed to providing financial resources to support climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts in developing countries. The Green Climate Fund and other international funding mechanisms aim to mobilize financial resources to assist developing nations in implementing climate projects and building resilience. Collaboration among nations, businesses, and civil society organizations is crucial for accelerating climate action. Collaborative initiatives, such as the Global Covenant of Mayors for Climate and Energy, provides platforms for sharing knowledges, best practices, and technical expertise. Public-private partnerships also play a vital role in driving innovation and mobilizing resources for climate solutions. These global efforts and mitigation strategies demonstrate a commitment to tackling climate change on a global scale. By implementing these strategies and fostering international cooperation, we can make significant progress in reducing greenhouse gas emissions, adapting to climate change, and building a sustainable future for generations to come. The urgency of taking immediate and decisive action to combat climate change cannot be overstated. This segment highlights the reasons why swift action is essential and the potential consequences of inaction. Delaying climate change action risks pushing Earth's climate system beyond critical tipping points, leading to irreversible and catastrophic consequences. Feedback loops, such as the melting of polar ice caps and the release of methane from thawing permafrost, could amplify warming and trigger further climate disruptions. Failure to reduce greenhouse gas emissions will result in continued global temperature rise, exacerbating extreme weather events. Heat waves, droughts, floods, storms, and wildfires will become more frequent, intense, and destructive, threatening ecosystems, agriculture, water resources, and human lives. Climate change poses significant risks to human health. Increased heat waves can cause heat-related illnesses and deaths, while changing patterns of infectious disease may emerge due to altered ecosystems and the spread of vector-borne diseases. Poor air quality resulting from increased pollution worsens respiratory conditions. Sea level rise, coastal erosion, and the intensification of extreme weather events can force communities to relocate, leading to population displacement and migration. This not only disrupts lives, but also poses social, economic, and political challenges, potentially exacerbating conflicts and instability. Climate change threatens biodiversity and ecosystems, reducing their resilience and compromising essential services they provide, such as food production, water regulation, and carbon sequestration. The loss of ecosystems and species has profound implications for global ecosystem stability and our own well-being. The economic consequences of climate change are substantial. Extreme weather events, sea level rise, and other climate-related impacts lead to significant damage to infrastructure, agriculture, and industries. The costs associated with disaster response, recovery, and adaptation can strain national budgets and hinder economic growth. Climate change disproportionately affects vulnerable communities, exacerbating existing inequalities. Marginalized groups, including low-income populations, indigenous communities, and developing countries, often bear the brunt of climate impacts despite contributing the least to global emissions. Climate action must prioritize equity and ensure a just transition that leaves no one behind. Climate change is a global challenge that requires international cooperation and collaboration. Countries must work together to share knowledge, technologies, and resources to mitigate and adapt to climate change effectively. Multilateral efforts, such as the Paris Agreement, provide a framework for collective action, emphasizing the importance of global solidarity. The consequences of inaction are clear and far-reaching. However, there is still hope. By swiftly reducing greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy sources, implementing sustainable practices, and promoting resilience, we can mitigate the worst impacts of climate change and build a more sustainable and equitable future for all. The urgency of climate action cannot be overstated. The consequences of inaction include irreversible damage, rising temperatures, extreme weather events, health impacts, displacement and migration, biodiversity loss, economic costs, social injustice, and the need for global cooperation. By prioritizing climate action and embracing sustainable practices, we can shape a better future for ourselves and future generations. Individual and collective action is crucial for addressing climate change and creating a sustainable future. This segment explores the various ways individuals, communities, businesses, and governments can contribute to climate solutions. Individuals can reduce their carbon footprints by making conscious choices in their daily lives. This includes adopting energy-efficient practices, such as using energy-saving appliances, reducing water consumption, and using public transportation or carpooling. Additionally, individuals can make sustainable choices in their diet by reducing meat consumption and supporting local and organic food sources. Transitioning to renewable energy sources is a significant step towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Individuals and communities can install solar panels on rooftops, participate in community renewable energy programs, and choose electricity providers that prioritize renewable energy generation. Supporting policies and initiatives for renewable energy deployment is also important. The transportation sector is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Opting for low-carbon transportation options, such as walking, cycling, or using public transportation, can significantly reduce emissions. Electric vehicles are also becoming increasingly accessible and can help decarbonize the transportation sector. Improving energy efficiency in buildings and industries is a cost-effective way to reduce emissions. Individuals can upgrade insulation, use energy-efficient lighting, and invest in energy-efficient appliances. Businesses and industries can implement energy management systems, optimize processes, and invest in energy-saving technologies. The concept of a circular economy offers a promising approach to address environmental challenges and promote sustainable practices. It aims to move away from the traditional linear take, make, dispose model of production and consumption towards a regenerative system that keeps resources in use for as long as possible, extracting maximum value from them and minimizing waste. The circular economy emphasizes the reduction of waste generation through conscious consumption choices. By opting for products with less packaging, choosing durable and repairable items, and embracing a culture of reuse, we can minimize the consumption of finite resources and reduce waste from the start. Recycling and resource recovery are crucial components of a sustainable circular economy. Recycling plays an important role in waste reduction and diversion, helping to minimize landfill waste and decrease environmental pollution. By conserving natural resources and reducing the need for extraction, recycling contributes to the preservation of our ecosystems. One key aspect of recycling is the importance of differentiating and processing various types of recyclable material. Paper and cardboard recycling allows for the collection and repurposing of paper products, contributing to the conservation of forests and reducing water and energy consumption in paper production. Plastic recycling involves sorting and reprocessing plastic waste, reducing plastic pollution, and decreasing reliance on fossil fuel-based plastics. Metal recycling entails the recovery and melting of metals for reuse, thereby conserving natural resources and minimizing energy requirements from metal production. Additionally, electronic waste recycling ensures proper disposal and recovery of valuable materials from electronic devices, preventing hazardous substances from entering the environment. However, there are several challenges that need to be addressed in the realm of recycling and resource recovery. Contamination and sorting issues pose a significant hurdle, as contaminated recyclables can hinder the recycling process. Implementing advanced sorting technologies and educating the public about proper recycling practices are essential steps to minimize contamination rates. Another important aspect is extended producer responsibility, which involves shifting responsibility to product manufacturers for recycling and waste management. Encouraging product design for recyclability and promoting sustainable packaging can help reduce the environmental impact of products. To support recycling efforts, it's crucial to invest in efficient recycling infrastructure and collection systems. This includes establishing accessible recycling facilities and implementing comprehensive collection programs that cater to individuals and businesses alike. Additionally, raising consumer awareness about the benefits of recycling is key. By educating individuals and fostering a culture of recycling, we can encourage active participation in recycling programs and initiatives. Recycling and resource recovery are fundamental pillars of a sustainable future. Through waste reduction, conservation of resources, and minimized environmental impact, recycling contributes to the creation of a greener and more efficient society. By addressing challenges such as contamination, promoting extended producer responsibility, improving infrastructure, and increasing consumer participation, we can maximize the positive impact of recycling in our journey towards a more sustainable and circular economy. Extended producer responsibility, or EPR, is an important concept that shifts the responsibility for managing waste and recycling from consumers and local governments to product manufacturers. Under the EPR framework, producers are held accountable for the entire life cycle of their products, including their post-consumer stage. This approach encourages producers to design products with recycling and environmental considerations in mind and promotes a more sustainable approach to production and consumption. One key element of EPR is the concept of design for environment, which encourages manufacturers to design products that are easily recyclable or made from recycled materials. By incorporating eco-design principles, manufacturers can minimize resource consumption and reduce the environmental impact of their products. Another essential aspect of EPR is waste management and recycling. Manufacturers must be required to take responsibility for the collection, recycling, and proper disposal of their products. This ensures that products are managed efficiently after use, promoting a circular economy where materials are recycled and reused instead of ending up in landfills or causing environmental harm. Financial responsibility is also a significant component of EPR. Producers are obligated to provide necessary funding for recycling and waste management programs. By imposing financial obligations, EPR creates incentives for manufacturers to improve the recyclability and environmental performance of their products. Implementing extended producer responsibility brings several benefits. It leads to reduced environmental impact by encouraging eco-friendly practices and reducing waste generation. EPR also contributes to increased recycling rates by ensuring manufacturers play an active role in recycling and establishing convenient collection systems. Additionally, EPR promotes resource conservation by encouraging product design that facilitates recycling and the use of recycled materials. Lastly, EPR can result in cost savings for local governments as the financial burden of waste management shifts to manufacturers. However, implementing EPR also comes with challenges. Developing effective legislation and regulations that are enforceable and adaptable to different product categories and industries is crucial. Collaboration among manufacturers, government agencies, and other stakeholders is essential to ensure successful implementation. International cooperation and harmonization of EPR policies and practices is also necessary to address global challenges related to product waste and recycling. Extended producer responsibility offers a promising framework for achieving sustainable waste management and resource conservation. By holding manufacturers accountable for the environmental impact of their products, EPR encourages eco-friendly design, reduces waste generation, and promotes recycling. However, successful implementation requires collaboration, stakeholder engagement, and robust legislation. Embracing extended producer responsibility can help create a more sustainable and circular economy, where manufacturers take responsibility for their products from production to the end of life. Closing the loop refers to the concept of creating a circular economy where resources are used and reused in a continuous cycle, minimizing waste and environmental impact. It involves designing products, systems, and processes that enable materials to be recycled, remanufactured, and reintegrated into new products, reducing the need for virgin resources and minimizing the generation of waste. One important aspect of closing the loop is promoting a culture of recycling and waste reduction. This involves educating and raising awareness among individuals, businesses, and communities about the importance of recycling, proper waste management, and the potential benefits of a circular economy. By encouraging recycling behaviors and providing accessible recycling infrastructure, we can increase the collection and recovery of materials, ensuring they can be reintroduced into the production cycle. Technological advancements also play a crucial role in closing the loop. Innovative recycling technologies enable the efficient processing and sorting of materials, facilitating their transformation into new products. Advanced sorting systems, chemical recycling processes, and mechanical techniques allow for the recovery of valuable resources from waste streams, reducing the reliance on virgin materials. Collaboration among stakeholders is essential in closing the loop. Governments, businesses, communities, and consumers must work together to create a supportive framework for recycling and circularity. This includes implementing policies and regulations that incentivize recycling and sustainable practices, fostering partnerships between industries and recycling facilities, and establishing effective waste management systems. Furthermore, product design and innovation are key elements in closing the loop. Designing products with recycling in mind, using eco-friendly materials, and implementing strategies such as modular design and product disassembly can facilitate the separation and recovery of materials during the end-of-life phase. Embracing sustainable design principles ensures that products are not only functional, but also environmentally responsible throughout their life cycles. Closing the loop brings several benefits. It reduces the extraction of virgin resources, conserving natural resources and protecting ecosystems. It also minimizes the need for landfill space and reduces pollution associated with waste disposal. By recycling and reusing materials, we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions and energy consumption associated with resource extraction and manufacturing. Moreover, closing the loop promotes economic opportunities, including the development of recycling industries, job creation, and the growth of a sustainable and resilient economy. However, closing the loop also faces challenges. It requires significant investment in infrastructure, technology, and education to enable effective recycling and waste management systems. Cooperation among different sectors and stakeholders is necessary to overcome logistical and operational hurdles. Additionally, raising awareness and changing consumer behaviors to embrace recycling and sustainable consumption practices can be a gradual process. Closing the loop is a critical approach to achieving a sustainable and circular economy. By designing products for recyclability, promoting recycling behaviors, adopting innovative technologies, and fostering collaboration among stakeholders, we can minimize waste generation, conserve resources, and reduce environmental impact. Embracing the concept of closing the loop offers us the opportunity to create a more sustainable future where materials are continuously reused, creating economic, environmental, and social benefits for the present and future generations. Collaborative consumption and the sharing economy are emerging concepts that promote the shared use of resources, reducing the need for individual ownership and maximizing resource efficiency. This approach recognizes that many of the products we own are underutilized, leading to unnecessary consumption and waste. By sharing resources, We can optimize their use, minimize environmental impact, and foster a sense of community. One aspect of collaborative consumption is the sharing of physical assets. This includes initiatives such as car-sharing programs, where individuals can access vehicles on demand instead of owning a car themselves. Sharing economy platforms facilitate peer-to-peer rental of various assets, including tools, household appliances, and even living spaces. By sharing these resources, we can reduce the overall demand for new products, leading to decreased resource extraction, manufacturing, and waste generation. Collaborative consumption also extends to the sharing of skills and knowledge. Online platforms and community networks enable individuals to offer their expertise and services to others, promoting a culture of collaboration and mutual support. This sharing of skills not only fosters social connections, but also reduces the need for specialized services, which can contribute to resource conservation and waste reduction. The sharing economy has the potential to redefine our relationship with consumption and ownership. It encourages a shift from a mindset of individual ownership to one of shared access and utilization. Instead of each person owning their own set of products, collaborative consumption allows for a more efficient allocation of resources, enabling multiple individuals to benefit from a single item. By embracing collaborative consumption and the sharing economy, we can achieve various environmental and social benefits. Firstly, it reduces the demand for new products, leading to decreased resource extraction and energy consumption associated with manufacturing. This contributes to lower greenhouse gas emissions and a smaller ecological footprint. Secondly, collaborative consumption promotes a more sustainable use of resources by extending the lifespan of products. Instead of being discarded prematurely, items are shared and utilized for longer periods, reducing waste generation. This not only conserves raw materials, but also minimizes the environmental impacts associated with disposal and landfilling. Additionally, collaborative consumption fosters a sense of community and social connection. Sharing resources and skills creates opportunities for interactions and collaborations, strengthening social ties and enhancing community resilience. It promotes a sense of collective responsibility and cooperation, which are vital for addressing sustainability challenges at a broader scale. However, the implementation of collaborative consumption and the sharing economy is not without challenges. Trust and reliability are crucial factors, as participants need to have confidence in the quality and condition of shared resources. The development of secure online platforms and transparent rating systems can help build trust and facilitate smooth transactions. Moreover, collaborative consumption requires a shift in societal norms and behaviors. It necessitates a cultural change where individuals prioritize access and sharing over ownership and embrace the idea of collaborative consumption as a means to achieve sustainability goals. Collaborative consumption and the sharing economy offer a promising pathway towards a more sustainable and resource-efficient future. By sharing physical assets, skills, and knowledge, we can reduce overconsumption, minimize waste, and foster a sense of community. Embracing collaborative consumption has the potential to transform our relationship with resources and contribute to a more sustainable and equitable society. Waste-to-energy and biomass conversion technologies play a crucial role in the transition to a more sustainable and circular economy. These innovative approaches allow us to harness the energy potential of organic waste materials while minimizing environmental impacts. By converting waste into usable energy or valuable products, we can simultaneously address waste management challenges and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. Waste-to-energy technologies involve the combustion or gasification of waste materials to generate heat or electricity. Organic waste, such as biomass, agricultural residues, or municipal solid waste, can be processed to produce energy through various techniques, including incineration, pyrolysis, or anaerobic digestion. These processes involve the controlled decomposition of organic matter, releasing energy in the form of heat or biogas. One significant advantage to waste-to-energy technologies is their ability to reduce the volume of waste destined for landfills. By diverting organic waste from landfill sites, we can mitigate the production of methane, a potent greenhouse gas emitted during decomposition. Instead of allowing waste to decompose in anaerobic conditions, waste-to-energy facilities capture and utilize the energy content, preventing the release of methane into the atmosphere. Furthermore, waste-to-energy facilities can contribute to the generation of renewable energy. The heat or biogas produced during the waste conversion process can be utilized to generate electricity or provide heating for industrial processes or residential areas. This reduces the reliance on fossil fuels and helps to decarbonize the energy sector. It's important to note that waste-to-energy technologies should be implemented alongside waste reduction, recycling, and composting initiatives. While waste-to-energy can provide a valuable solution for managing certain types of waste, it should not replace efforts to minimize waste generation and maximize recycling. The hierarchy of waste management emphasizes the importance of waste prevention, reduction, and recycling as the primary strategies to address waste issues. Another aspect of waste-to-energy and biomass conversion is the production of biofuels and bioproducts. Through advanced processes, organic waste materials can be transformed into biofuels, such as bioethanol, biodiesel, and biogasoline. These renewable fuels can serve as alternatives to fossil fuels, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and dependence on non-renewable resources. Additionally, biomass conversion technologies can enable the production of valuable bioproducts. By utilizing organic waste streams, we can extract useful compounds and materials for various applications, such as biochemicals, bioplastics, and bio-based materials. This contributes to the development of a bio-based economy, where renewable resources are utilized to replace conventional fossil-based products. However, it's essential to ensure that waste-to-energy and biomass conversion technologies are implemented in an environmentally sound and socially responsible manner. Strict emission controls and air pollution control systems should be in place to prevent the release of harmful pollutants into the atmosphere. Adequate waste management practices should also be followed to minimize any potential environmental or health risks associated with the handling and processing of waste materials. Waste-to-energy and biomass conversion technologies offer promising solutions for managing organic waste, generating renewable energy, and producing valuable bioproducts. By harnessing the energy potential of waste materials and transitioning to a circular economy approach, we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, minimize waste disposal, and promote a sustainable use of resources. Implementing these technologies alongside waste reduction and recycling efforts can contribute to a more sustainable and resource-efficient future. Effective policies and business support play a critical role in driving the transition towards a more sustainable and circular economy. By implementing supportive frameworks and incentives, governments can encourage businesses and industries to adopt sustainable practices, reduce waste generation, and promote resource efficiency. Let's explore some key aspects of policy and business support in the context of a circular economy. Governments can establish regulations and standards that promote sustainable practices and require businesses to adhere to circular economy principles. This can include setting targets for waste reduction, promoting eco-design and product stewardship, and implementing extended producer responsibility programs. Regulatory measures can create a level playing field and provide clear guidelines for businesses to operate in a more sustainable manner. Governments can implement economic instruments to incentivize businesses and consumers to adopt circular practices. This can include measures such as taxes or levies on virgin resource extraction or waste disposal, and financial incentives for adopting circular business models or investing in eco-friendly technologies. By incorporating the true environmental costs in the pricing mechanisms, economic instruments can steer businesses towards more sustainable choices. Governments can provide financial support and funding programs to assist businesses in transitioning towards circular practices. This can include grants, subsidies, and low-interest loans for implementing resource-efficient technologies, developing circular business models, or conducting research and development on innovative solutions. By providing financial assistance, governments can facilitate the adoption of circular practices, particularly for small and medium-sized enterprises that may require additional support. Governments can foster collaboration and partnerships between businesses, industries, research institutions, and non-governmental organizations to promote knowledge sharing, innovation, and the development of circular economy initiatives. By bringing together various stakeholders, governments can facilitate the exchange of ideas, best practices, and technologies, leading to more effective solutions and collective action towards a circular economy. Governments can invest in capacity-building programs and educational initiatives to enhance awareness and understanding of the circular economy principles among businesses, policymakers, and the general public. By providing training, workshops, and educational resources, governments can empower individuals and organizations to make informed decisions and actively participate in the transition to a circular economy. Governments can create mechanisms to stimulate market demand for sustainable and circular products and services. This can be achieved through awareness campaigns, labeling schemes that highlight the environmental attributes of products, and consumer education on the benefits of choosing circular options. By increasing consumer demand for circular products, businesses are incentivized to incorporate circularity into their operations. Collaboration and cooperation at the international level are crucial for addressing global challenges related to the circular economy. Governments can engage in international forums, agreements, and initiatives to share best practices, harmonize policies, and promote cross-border collaboration. By working together, countries can accelerate the transition to a circular economy on a global scale. Effective policies and business support are essential for promoting the transition to a sustainable and circular economy. Governments play a crucial role in establishing regulatory frameworks, providing financial incentives, fostering collaboration, and creating market demand for circular products and services. By creating an enabling environment, governments can facilitate the adoption of circular practices by businesses and drive the systemic change necessary for a more sustainable future. By embracing the principles of the circular economy and implementing sustainable waste management practices, we can minimize waste generation, conserve resources, and reduce the environmental impact of our consumption patterns. Transitioning to a circular economy not only contributes to climate change mitigation, but also creates economic opportunities, fosters innovation, and promotes a more sustainable and resilient future. Nature-based solutions offer effective and sustainable approaches to address the challenges posed by climate change, biodiversity loss, and environmental degradation. These solutions harness the power of nature to provide multiple benefits for both people and the planet. By restoring and working with natural ecosystems, we can enhance resilience, mitigate climate change impacts, and promote sustainable development. Ecosystem restoration is a vital component of a nature-based solution and plays a significant role in addressing environmental challenges and promoting sustainability. Let's delve into the key aspects of ecosystem restoration and its importance in building a more resilient and sustainable future. Ecosystem restoration focuses on reviving and conserving biodiversity by rehabilitating degraded habitats and protecting vulnerable species. This involves activities such as reforestation, habitat restoration, and reintroduction of native plant and animal species. By restoring biodiversity, we can enhance ecosystem resilience, promote ecological balance, and safeguard the valuable services that ecosystems provide, such as pollination, water purification, and carbon sequestration. Ecosystem restoration often involves the regeneration of forests and landscapes that have been impacted by deforestation, land degradation, and other forms of environmental degradation. Forest restoration efforts include planting native tree species, implementing sustainable forest management practices, and restoring natural ecosystems to support wildlife and restore vital ecosystem functions. Regenerating forests and landscapes helps mitigate climate change by sequestering carbon dioxide, conserving soil fertility, and protecting watersheds. Wetlands play a crucial role in supporting biodiversity, regulating water flows, and mitigating the impacts of climate change. Ecosystem restoration efforts focus on rehabilitating degraded wetlands, including marshes, swamps, and mangroves. By restoring natural hydrological regimes, controlling pollution, and removing invasive species. Restoring wetlands helps protect against flooding, improves water quality, and provides critical habitat for various plants and animal species. Ecosystem restoration extends to coastal and marine environments, which are facing numerous challenges due to pollution, habitat destruction, and overexploitation. Restoration efforts in these areas involve the creation of marine protected areas, coral reef rehabilitation, seagrass restoration, and the establishment of sustainable fishing practices. By restoring coastal and marine ecosystems, we can enhance marine biodiversity, protect coastal communities from erosion and storm damage, and preserve valuable marine resources. Ecosystem restoration is closely linked to sustainable land management practices that aim to preserve soil health, prevent erosion, and promote responsible land use. This includes techniques such as agroforestry, regenerative agriculture, and precision farming, which prioritize soil conservation, water efficiency, and the use of organic fertilizers. By implementing sustainable land management practices, we can restore degraded land, improve agricultural productivity, and reduce the environmental footprint of food production. Successful ecosystem restoration requires active participation and collaboration among local communities, governments, NGOs, and other stakeholders. Engaging local communities in restoration projects fosters a sense of ownership and empowers them to contribute to the long-term sustainability of restored ecosystems. Community involvement can include activities such as tree planting events, environmental education programs, and capacity building initiatives to enhance local knowledge and skills. Ecosystem restoration not only contributes to environmental sustainability, but also generates various economic and social benefits. Restored ecosystems can provide opportunities for ecotourism, create green jobs, and support local economies. Furthermore, by restoring ecosystems, we can enhance human well-being, improve access to clean water and food, and strengthen the resilience of communities against natural disasters and climate change impacts. Ecosystem restoration plays a critical role in addressing environmental challenges, conserving biodiversity, and promoting sustainability. Through initiatives focused on restoring biodiversity, regenerating forests and landscapes, rehabilitating wetlands and coastal areas, implementing sustainable land management practices, engaging local communities, and recognizing the economic and social benefits, we can build resilient ecosystems that support both nature and human well-being. Ecosystem restoration is a powerful tool in our collective efforts to protect the planet and secure a sustainable future. Natural climate solutions refer to actions that harness the power of nature to mitigate climate change and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. These solutions recognize the significant role that natural ecosystems, such as forests, wetlands, grasslands, and coastal areas, play in absorbing and storing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Let's explore some key natural climate solutions and their potential in combating climate change. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide through photosynthesis. Protecting existing forests from deforestation and promoting reforestation efforts are essential natural climate solutions. By preventing the loss of forests and restoring degraded areas, we can enhance carbon sequestration, preserve biodiversity, and protect vital ecosystem services. Afforestation involves the planting of trees in areas where they did not previously exist, such as degraded lands or urban areas, while reforestation focuses on restoring forests in areas that were previously forested. These activities increase the carbon storage capacity of ecosystems, enhance biodiversity, improve water quality, and provide socioeconomic benefits to local communities. Agroforestry combines the cultivation of trees with agricultural crops or livestock, providing multiple benefits such as carbon sequestration, improved soil fertility, and increased resilience to climate change impacts. Sustainable agricultural practices, including organic farming, precision agriculture, and agroecology, also contribute to natural climate solutions by reducing emissions, promoting soil health, and enhancing carbon storage in agricultural landscapes. Wetlands, including marshes, swamps, and peatlands, are highly effective carbon sinks. Restoring and conserving these ecosystems not only sequesters carbon, but also provides habitat for wildlife, improves water quality, and mitigates flooding risks. Protecting and restoring coastal wetlands can also contribute to shoreline stabilization and protect against sea level rise. Sustainable management of grasslands, such as rotational grazing and regenerative grazing practices, can enhance carbon storage in soils and promote the growth of deep-rooted perennial grasses. This helps sequester carbon, improve soil health, and increases the resilience of grassland ecosystems to climate change. Blue carbon refers to carbon stored in coastal or marine ecosystems, including mangroves, seagrasses, and salt marshes. These ecosystems have a high capacity for carbon sequestration and provide crucial coastal protection. Protecting and restoring blue carbon ecosystems can help mitigate climate change, preserve biodiversity, and support coastal communities. Creating and preserving green spaces within urban areas contributes to natural climate solutions. Urban forests, parks, green roofs, and green infrastructure projects help absorb carbon dioxide, mitigate urban heat island effects, improve air quality, and enhance the overall livability of cities. Protecting and conserving biodiversity is closely linked to natural climate solutions. Preserving intact ecosystems and safeguarding biodiversity ensures the long-term resilience and functionality of natural systems, which in turn supports carbon sequestration and ecosystem health. Indigenous communities have valuable knowledge and practices that contribute to natural climate solutions. Their traditional land management systems, sustainable resource use, and conservation practices have proven effective in preserving ecosystems and maintaining a harmonious relationship with nature. Recognizing and respecting Indigenous rights and knowledge is essential for successful natural climate solutions. By implementing these natural climate solutions, we can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, enhance carbon sequestration, protect biodiversity, and strengthen ecosystem resilience. These nature-based approaches not only mitigate climate change, but also offer numerous co-benefits such as improved water and air quality, enhanced biodiversity, and sustainable livelihoods for local communities. Embracing and scaling up natural climate solutions is crucial for a sustainable and resilient future. Green infrastructure refers to the strategically planned network of natural and semi-natural areas, as well as green spaces within urban and rural settings. It's designed to provide multiple ecological, social, and economic benefits while addressing various environmental challenges. Let's explore some of the key aspects and benefits of green infrastructure. Green infrastructure in urban areas includes parks, gardens, green roofs, and urban forests. These spaces provide numerous benefits such as carbon sequestration, air purification, temperature regulation, and stormwater management. They enhance the overall livability of cities by providing opportunities for recreation, relaxation, and connection with nature. Green infrastructure incorporates sustainable drainage systems, such as green roofs, permeable pavements, and rain gardens. These systems help manage stormwater runoff by allowing water to infiltrate into the ground, reducing the burden on conventional drainage systems and preventing pollution of water bodies. They also contribute to groundwater recharge and help mitigate the risks of flooding. Green infrastructure prioritizes the preservation and expansion of tree canopy cover in urban areas. Trees provide shade, reduce the urban heat island effect, improve air quality by absorbing pollutants, and sequester carbon dioxide. Urban forests play a crucial role in enhancing biodiversity, providing habitat for wildlife, and promoting overall ecological balance. Green infrastructure includes the creation of green corridors and connectivity between fragmented natural areas. These corridors allow for the movement of wildlife, support biodiversity, and provide opportunities for ecological restoration. They also offer recreational pathways, promoting active lifestyles and connecting communities with nature. Green infrastructure incorporates the restoration and protection of natural water systems, such as rivers, streams, and wetlands. These systems provide important habitats for aquatic species, improve water quality, and support natural flood management. Restoring and preserving natural water systems is essential for maintaining healthy ecosystems and securing a sustainable water supply. Green infrastructure emphasizes the restoration of degraded landscapes and the creation of habitats that support native flora and fauna. Ecological restoration projects involve activities such as reforestation, wetland rehabilitation, and the removal of invasive species. These efforts help enhance biodiversity, restore ecosystem function, and promote ecological resilience. Green infrastructure projects involve active community engagement and participation. They create opportunities for local residents to be involved in the planning, design, and management of green spaces, fostering a sense of ownership, pride, and well-being. Access to green infrastructure promotes physical and mental health, social interaction, and a connection with nature. Green infrastructure plays a vital role in climate change adaptation and building resilience. By reducing heat island effects, managing stormwater, and providing natural buffers against extreme weather events, it helps cities and communities adapt to the impacts of climate change. Green infrastructure also contributes to carbon sequestration, mitigating greenhouse gas emissions and addressing climate change. By integrating green infrastructure into our urban and rural landscapes, we can create more sustainable, resilient, and livable environments. It enhances biodiversity, improves air and water quality, supports ecological functions, and enhances the well-being of communities. Green infrastructure is a key component of sustainable development and a vital tool in addressing the challenges of urbanization and climate change. Coastal protection and adaptation measures are essential in the face of rising sea levels, coastal erosion, and the increasing frequency and intensity of storms and hurricanes. These measures aim to safeguard coastal areas, communities, and ecosystems from the impact of climate change. Let's explore some of the key aspects of coastal protection and adaptation. Coastal protection involves the use of natural defenses, such as dunes, wetlands, and mangroves, to reduce the impacts of coastal erosion and storm surges. These natural features act as buffers, absorbing and dissipating wave energy, protecting shorelines, and reducing the risks of flooding. They also provide habitat for marine life, support biodiversity, and contribute to overall ecosystem health. Beach nourishment involves adding sand or sediment to eroded beaches, restoring their width and natural functions. This helps maintain recreational areas, preserve natural habitats, and provide protection against storm damage. Shoreline stabilization methods, such as the construction of breakwaters and groins, help control sediment movement and prevent erosion along the coast. In some areas, coastal areas face such significant risks that managed retreat becomes a necessary adaptation strategy. This involves relocating structures and communities away from vulnerable coastal zones, allowing natural coastal processes to occur and reducing potential for damage. Coastal resilience focuses on building adaptive capacity and reducing vulnerability through land use planning, infrastructure design, and community preparedness. Integrated coastal zone management is an approach that promotes the sustainable use and conservation of coastal resources while considering the impacts of climate change. It involves stakeholder engagement, data collection, and the development of policies and strategies to balance economic, social, and environmental interests. ICZM aims to ensure the long-term resilience and well-being of coastal communities and ecosystems. Green infrastructure and nature-based solutions play a significant role in coastal protection and adaptation. By restoring and creating coastal wetlands, marshes, and mangroves, we can enhance natural defenses, stabilize shorelines, and provide habitat for marine life. These nature-based approaches also offer multiple benefits, such as carbon sequestration, water filtration, and recreational opportunities. Effective coastal protection requires robust monitoring systems and early warning mechanisms to detect changes in sea level, storm activity, and coastal erosion. These systems help authorities and communities respond promptly to impending threats, evacuate residents if necessary, and implement timely adaptation methods. Continuous monitoring provides valuable data for scientific research, policy development, and informed decision-making. Coastal protection and adaptation strategies should involve active community engagement and participation. Coastal communities, including residents, businesses, and local organizations, play a crucial role in shaping the adaptation plans, sharing knowledge, and implementing resilience measures. Community-based approaches foster ownership, cooperation, and a sense of collective responsibility in adapting to coastal challenges. Coastal protection and adaptation are critical for the long-term sustainability and resilience of coastal regions. By combining natural defenses, innovative engineering solutions, and community involvement, we can minimize risks, protect ecosystems, and ensure the well-being of coastal communities in the face of climate change and sea level rise. It's essential to adopt a holistic and integrated approach that balances environmental, social, and economic considerations to achieve effective coastal protection and adaptation outcomes. Agroecology and sustainable agriculture offer promising solutions to address the environmental and social challenges associated with conventional farming practices. These approaches prioritize integration of ecological principles, biodiversity conservation, and social equity in agricultural systems. Let's delve into some of the key aspects of agroecology and sustainable agriculture. Agroecology recognizes the importance of biodiversity in agricultural systems. It promotes practices that enhance biodiversity by incorporating diverse crops, utilizing agroforestry systems, and creating habitat for beneficial insects and wildlife. By fostering biodiversity, agroecological farming contributes to ecosystem resilience, pollination, natural pest control, and nutrient cycling, reducing the reliance on synthetic inputs. Sustainable agriculture emphasizes the maintenance and improvement of soil health. It prioritizes practices such as organic matter incorporation, cover cropping, crop rotation, and reduced tillage. These practices enhance soil fertility, structure, and water holding capacity while reducing erosion and nutrient runoff. Healthy soils support productive and resilient agricultural systems and contribute to climate change mitigation through carbon sequestration. Agroecology and sustainable agriculture emphasize efficient water management to conserve this precious resource. Strategies such as drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting, and the use of drought-tolerant crop varieties help optimize water usage, reduce water waste, and improve overall water efficiency in agricultural production. Integrated water management approaches consider the needs of ecosystems and local communities while ensuring sustainable agricultural practices. Agroforestry and permaculture systems integrate trees, shrubs, and other perennial plants into agricultural landscapes. Agroforestry provides multiple benefits, including shade, windbreaks, soil erosion control, biodiversity habitat, and additional crop yields. Permaculture principles guide the design of productive and self-sustaining agricultural systems, aiming to mimic natural ecosystems and create regenerative cycles of resources. Organic farming practices eliminate or minimize the use of synthetic pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. Instead, they rely on ecological management strategies such as crop rotation, biological pest control, composting, and the use of organic amendments. Organic agriculture supports biodiversity, protects soil and water quality, and produces food with reduced chemical residues, benefiting both humans and environmental health. Sustainable agriculture encourages the development of local and regional food systems that prioritize proximity, seasonality, and diversity. This includes supporting small-scale farmers, community-supported agriculture programs, farmers markets, and farm-to-table initiatives. Local food systems reduce the carbon footprint associated with long-distance food transportation, support local economies, and foster connections between farmers and consumers. Agroecology recognizes the importance of preserving traditional crop varieties and indigenous knowledge. It promotes seed sovereignty, enabling farmers to save, exchange, and breed their seeds, preserving agricultural biodiversity and adapting to local conditions. Agrobiodiversity not only contributes to resilient food systems, but also safeguards cultural heritage and empowers farmers to have more control over their agricultural practices. Agroecology and sustainable agriculture offer viable alternatives to conventional farming methods, demonstrating the potential for regenerative and ecologically harmonious food production. These approaches prioritize environmental stewardship, biodiversity, conservation, and social justice, while producing healthy and nutritious food. By adopting agroecological principles and supporting sustainable farming practices, we can create resilient, sustainable, and equitable agricultural systems that nourish both people and the planet. Urban green spaces play a vital role in creating sustainable and livable cities. They provide a multitude of benefits, from enhancing biodiversity and improving air quality to promoting mental and physical well-being. Let's explore some of the key aspects of urban green spaces and their contribution to biodiversity conservation. Urban green spaces play a vital role in creating sustainable and livable cities. They provide a multitude of benefits, from enhancing biodiversity and improving air quality to promoting mental and physical well-being. Let's explore some of the key aspects of urban green spaces and their contribution to biodiversity conservation. Urban green spaces serve as an important refuge for biodiversity in urban environments. They can support a variety of plant and animal species, including native flora and fauna. By providing habitats, food sources, and shelter, urban green spaces contribute to the preservation and enhancement of local biodiversity. Incorporating native plant species in urban green spaces is crucial for supporting local ecosystems. Native plants are well adapted to the local climate and provide food and habitat for native wildlife. Their use in urban landscape helps create ecological corridors, connecting fragmented habitats and enabling species to move across the urban landscape. Urban green spaces, including parks and street trees, contribute to the development of urban forests. These forests provide numerous benefits, such as carbon sequestration, temperature regulation, and stormwater management. They also serve as wildlife habitats and improve the overall aesthetics and quality of urban areas. Green roofs and vertical gardens are innovative solutions that maximize green space in urban settings. These features help mitigate the heat island effect, improve air quality, and provide additional habitats for plants and insects. Green roofs also have the potential to reduce energy consumption by insulating buildings. Community gardens promote sustainable urban agriculture and community engagement. They provide opportunities for individuals and communities to grow their own food, fostering a sense of ownership and connection to the environment. Community gardens often incorporate organic gardening practices, which reduce chemical inputs and promote biodiversity. The presence of wetlands and water bodies in urban areas contributes to biodiversity conservation and ecological balance. These habitats support a wide range of plant and animal species, including migratory birds, amphibians, and aquatic life. Urban wetlands also play a crucial role in stormwater management, filtering pollutants and reducing the risk of flooding. Designing urban green spaces with wildlife in mind helps create habitats that attract and support a diverse array of species. Incorporating features such as birdhouses, bat boxes, pollinator gardens, and wildlife corridors enhances the suitability of urban environments for wildlife, promoting biodiversity and ecological balance. Urban green spaces provide opportunities for environmental education and raising awareness about biodiversity conservation. Through interpretive signage, guided tours, and community events, people can learn about the importance of biodiversity and their role in preserving and enhancing urban ecosystems. Such initiatives foster a sense of stewardship and encourage responsible use and management of urban green spaces. By prioritizing the creation and maintenance of urban green spaces, cities can support biodiversity conservation, enhance ecosystem services, and improve the quality of life for their residents. These spaces not only provide opportunities for recreation and relaxation, but also contribute to a more sustainable and resilient urban environment. By embracing urban green spaces and promoting biodiversity-friendly practices, we can create cities that harmoniously coexist with nature and support the well-being of both humans and wildlife. By working together across sectors, organizations, and communities, we can leverage collective knowledge, resources, and expertise to implement effective solutions. Let's explore some of the important aspects of collaboration and partnerships in the context of climate action. Climate change requires a multifaceted approach that involves diverse stakeholders, including governments, businesses, civil society organizations, communities, and individuals. Collaborative efforts that engage all these stakeholders can lead to comprehensive solutions that address the complexity of climate change and ensure broad-based support. The collaboration between public and private sectors is crucial for advancing climate action. Governments can create policies, regulations, and incentives that encourage private sector participation in sustainable practices and investments. By partnering with businesses, governments can leverage their resource and expertise to accelerate the adoption of clean technologies, promote renewable energy, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Collaboration allows for the sharing of knowledge, best practices, and lessons learned. By fostering platforms for information exchange, training programs, and capacity building initiatives, stakeholders can learn from each other's experiences and enhance their understanding of climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies. This knowledge sharing enables more effective decision-making and implementation of climate solutions. Climate change is a global issue that requires international cooperation and coordination. Countries must work together to establish global agreements, such as the Paris Agreement, and collaborate on initiatives to reduce emissions, support vulnerable regions, and transfer clean technologies. International partnerships foster shared responsibility and enable countries to pool resources and expertise for greater impact. Collaboration at the community level is essential for effective climate action. Engaging communities, including marginalized groups and indigenous peoples, ensures that their perspectives and knowledge are considered in decision-making processes. Empowering communities to participate in climate initiatives, such as community-based renewable energy projects or sustainable agriculture programs, strengthens local resilience and fosters a sense of ownership and commitment to sustainable practices. Collaboration between research institutions, universities, and the private sector drives innovation and the development of new technologies and solutions. By partnering with academia, businesses can access cutting-edge research and scientific expertise to inform their sustainability strategies. Research collaborations also facilitate the translation of scientific knowledge into practical applications, contributing to evidence-based decision-making. Mobilizing financial resources is crucial for implementing climate solutions at scale. Collaboration between public and private entities, as well as international financial institutions, can facilitate a flow of funding to support climate change projects and initiatives. Partnerships between investors, philanthropic organizations, and project developers can unlock capital for renewable energy, energy efficiency, and sustainable infrastructure projects. Climate change is a cross-cutting issue that requires collaboration across sectors such as energy, transportation, agriculture, and urban planning. Breaking down silos and fostering collaboration between these sectors can lead to integrated approaches that address interconnected challenges. For example, integrating renewable energy with sustainable transportation systems, or adopting climate-smart agricultural practices in tandem with land use planning. Collaboration and partnerships are instrumental in accelerating the transition to a sustainable and resilient future. By combining resources, expertise, and efforts, we can amplify the impact of climate action and drive transformative change. Through collaborative approaches, we can foster innovation, build resilience, and create a more sustainable world for present and future generations. By embracing nature-based solutions, we can harness the power of nature to address pressing environmental challenges while providing a range of co-benefits. These solutions offer a sustainable and resilient pathway to combat climate change, conserve biodiversity, and improve the well-being of both ecosystems and human communities. Engaging in advocacy and participating in civil activities can drive policy change and accelerate climate action. Individuals can support organizations working on climate issues, join community initiatives, and participate in public consultations. Writing to elected representatives and voicing concerns about climate change can also make a difference. Businesses play a critical role in addressing climate change. Adopting sustainable practices such as reducing emissions, implementing green supply chains, and investing in renewable energy can contribute to the low-carbon economy. Embracing corporate social responsibility and promoting sustainability throughout the value chain can also have a positive impact. Governments have a significant role to play in addressing climate change through policy action and regulation. Individuals can engage with policymakers, vote for candidates with strong climate agendas, and support policies that promote clean energy, energy efficiency, and carbon pricing. Climate change is a global issue that requires international cooperation. Individuals and organizations can support global efforts by promoting collaboration, advocating for stronger international agreements, and supporting climate financing mechanisms for developing countries. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the collective effort in combating climate change. By adopting sustainable practices, advocating for change, and supporting policies that prioritize the environment, individuals, communities, businesses, and governments can make a significant impact. Together, we can create a sustainable future and mitigate the challenges posed by climate change. Addressing climate change requires collective action, and individuals as well as businesses play a crucial role in promoting sustainability. In this segment, we'll explore practical ways to embrace sustainable practices in our daily lives and how businesses can contribute to a greener future. Sustainable consumption plays a crucial role in addressing climate change and creating a more sustainable future. The way we produce, consume, and dispose of goods and services has a significant impact on the environment and contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. By adopting sustainable consumption practices, we can minimize our ecological footprint and contribute to the preservation of our planet. Sustainable consumption encompasses a range of behaviors and choices that promote environmental responsibility and resource efficiency. It involves making conscious decisions about what we buy, how we use our products, and how we manage waste. By considering environmental, social, and economic impacts of our consumption patterns, we can make more sustainable choices. One aspect of sustainable consumption is reducing our overall consumption of resources. This can be achieved by embracing minimalism, prioritizing quality over quantity, and avoiding unnecessary purchases. By reducing our consumption, we lessen the demand for resource-intensive production processes, which helps conserve natural resources and reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Another important aspect is choosing sustainable products and services. This involves selecting goods that are produced in an environmentally friendly manner, have a minimal carbon footprint, and adhere to ethical and fair trade practices. Additionally, supporting local and sustainable businesses can contribute to the development of resilient and sustainable economies. Furthermore, sustainable consumption includes adopting practices that extend the lifespan of products and promote circularity. Repairing and maintaining items instead of discarding them prematurely reduces waste and conserves resources. Additionally, recycling, upcycling, and responsible disposal of products at the end of their life cycle can minimize the environmental impact of our consumption. Education and awareness play a crucial role in promoting sustainable consumption. By understanding the environmental consequences of our choices and the benefits of sustainable alternatives, we can make informed decisions that align with our values. Education can empower individuals to become active agents of change, advocating for sustainable practices in their communities and influencing broader societal shifts. Ultimately, sustainable consumption is about finding a balance between meeting our needs and ensuring the well-being of the planet and future generations. By embracing sustainable consumption practices, we can contribute to the global efforts to combat climate change, promote resource conservation, and build a more sustainable and resilient world. Sustainable transportation is a crucial component of addressing climate change and creating a more sustainable future. The way we move ourselves and goods has significant environmental implications, as transportation is a major source of greenhouse gas emissions. By adopting sustainable transportation practices, we can reduce our carbon footprint and contribute to a cleaner, more efficient transportation system. One key aspect of sustainable transportation is promoting and prioritizing public transportation systems. Investing in reliable and accessible public transportation options, such as buses, trains, and trams, can significantly reduce individual car usage and overall emissions. Additionally, supporting the expansion of active modes of transportation like walking and cycling can further reduce the environmental impact of transportation while promoting healthier lifestyles. Transitioning to low-emission vehicles is another important facet of sustainable transportation. Electric vehicles offer a cleaner alternative to conventional petrol or diesel-powered cars, as they produce zero tailpipe emissions. By embracing EVs and supporting the development of charging infrastructure, we can accelerate the shift towards a decarbonized transportation sector. In addition to individual actions, sustainable transportation involves promoting smart urban planning and designing cities and communities that prioritize walkability, bike lanes, and efficient public transportation networks. By creating well-connected, compact, and mixed-use neighborhoods, we can reduce the need for long commutes and promote more sustainable travel patterns. Furthermore, innovative solutions such as carpooling and ride-sharing platforms can help optimize the use of vehicles, reduce traffic congestion, and minimize carbon emissions. By sharing rides and utilizing existing resources more efficiently, we can decrease the number of cars on the road and enhance transportation sustainability. Advancements in technology also play a significant role in sustainable transportation. Intelligent transportation systems, including real-time traffic monitoring, smart traffic lights, and digital platforms for road trip planning and sharing, can improve transportation efficiency and reduce congestion. Moreover, exploring alternative fuels and energy sources, such as biofuels, hydrogen, and renewable energy, can further enhance the sustainability of the transportation sector. Education and awareness are vital in promoting sustainable transportation. By raising awareness about the environmental impacts of transportation choices and highlighting the benefits of sustainable alternatives, individuals can make informed decisions and contribute to reducing emissions and improving air quality. Ultimately, sustainable transportation is about reimagining how we move and prioritizing practices that minimize environmental impact while meeting our transportation needs. By embracing sustainable transportation options, supporting infrastructure development, and advocating for policy changes, we can collectively create a more sustainable and efficient transportation system that supports a greener future. Energy efficiency is a crucial aspect of addressing climate change and transitioning to a more sustainable energy future. By optimizing the way we use energy, we can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, conserve resources, and mitigate the environmental impact associated with energy production. One key aspect of environmental efficiency is improving the efficiency of buildings. Enhancing insulation, using energy-efficient windows, and adopting smart building technologies can reduce the energy required for heating, cooling, and lighting. Additionally, implementing energy management systems, such as smart meters and energy-efficient appliances, can further optimize energy usage and reduce waste. Another important area of focus is the industrial sector. Industries account for a significant portion of energy consumption and emissions. By implementing energy-efficient technologies, optimizing production processes, and adopting clean and renewable energy sources, industries can minimize their environmental impact while increasing their competitiveness. Transportation also plays a role in energy efficiency. Improving fuel efficiency in vehicles, promoting electric vehicles, and implementing efficient logistics and transportation systems can significantly reduce energy consumption and emissions associated with transportation. Furthermore, energy efficiency involves adopting energy-saving practices in our daily lives. This includes turning off lights when not in use, using energy-efficient appliances, and being mindful of energy consumption habits. Small changes in individual behavior can add up to significant energy savings when multiplied across a population. Promoting energy efficiency requires collaboration between governments, businesses, and individuals. Governments can implement policies and regulations that incentivize energy efficiency measures, provide financial support for energy-saving initiatives, and set energy efficiency standards for buildings, appliances, and vehicles. Businesses can play a crucial role by investing in energy-efficient technologies, implementing sustainable practices, and raising awareness among employees and customers. Education and awareness campaigns are also vital in promoting energy efficiency. By educating individuals about the benefits of energy efficiency, providing practical tips for reducing energy consumption, and highlighting the environmental and economic advantages, we can inspire behavior change and create a culture of energy efficiency. Ultimately, energy efficiency is a cost-effective and accessible means of reducing greenhouse gas emissions and achieving sustainability goals. By optimizing energy usage, adopting energy-efficient technologies, and embracing sustainable practices, we can contribute to a greener and more sustainable energy future while reducing our impact on the environment. Green business practices are essential in creating a sustainable economy that prioritizes environmental responsibility and social well-being. By integrating sustainable principles into their operations, businesses can minimize their environmental footprint, reduce resource consumption, and contribute to the transition towards a more sustainable future. One key aspect of green business practices is adopting sustainable supply chain management. This involves evaluating and selecting suppliers based on their environmental performance, ethical practices, and commitment to sustainability. By partnering with suppliers who share the same values, businesses can promote responsible sourcing, reduce the environmental impact of their supply chains, and support sustainable production practices. Implementing energy-efficient measures is another crucial element of green business practices. This includes optimizing energy use within business facilities, investing in energy-saving technologies and equipment, and transitioning to renewable energy sources. By reducing energy consumption and utilizing clean energy, businesses can lower their carbon emissions and contribute to mitigating climate change. Furthermore, waste management and recycling initiatives are essential components of green business practices. Implementing effective waste management strategies, such as recycling programs, composting, and waste-to-energy conversion, can significantly minimize the amount of waste sent to landfills. Additionally, businesses can explore product design and packaging solutions that prioritize recyclability and use sustainable materials. Water conservation is also a key consideration in green business practices. Implementing water-efficient technologies, monitoring and managing water usage, and promoting water conservation awareness among employees can help businesses minimize their water footprint and contribute to preserving this valuable resource. Additionally, embracing sustainable and circular business models is essential. This involves incorporating concepts such as product life extension, repairability, and recycling into the design and manufacturing process. By prioritizing durability, recyclability, and resource efficiency, businesses can contribute to the circular economy and reduce waste generation. Green business practices also involve fostering a sustainable and inclusive workplace culture. This includes promoting employee engagement in sustainability initiatives, providing training and education on environmental issues, and integrating sustainability goals into performance evaluations. By empowering employees to contribute to sustainability efforts, businesses can create a collective commitment to environmental responsibility. Moreover, green business practices encompass engaging with stakeholders and actively participating in sustainability networks and initiatives. This includes collaborating with other businesses, industry associates, and government agencies to share best practices, drive innovation, and advocate for policies that support sustainable practices. Ultimately, adopting green business practices not only benefits the environment, but also contributes to long-term business success. By reducing operational costs, enhancing brand reputation, attracting environmentally conscious customers, and gaining a competitive edge, businesses can thrive while contributing to a more sustainable and equitable future. Collaborative initiatives are a powerful force in driving sustainable change and addressing the challenges of climate change. By bringing together diverse stakeholders, including governments, businesses, nonprofits, and communities, collaborative efforts can leverage collective expertise, resources, and influence to achieve meaningful impact. One prominent example of collaborative initiatives is international agreements and frameworks. The Paris Agreement, for instance, is a global commitment to combat climate change by limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. Through this agreement, countries pledge to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, enhance resilience, and support developing nations in their climate action efforts. International collaborations like these foster a sense of shared responsibility and create a platform for collective action on a global scale. At the national level, collaborative initiatives include partnerships between governments, businesses, and civil society organizations. These partnerships can focus on specific sectors or issues related to climate change, such as renewable energy deployment, sustainable agriculture, or waste management. By pooling resources, knowledge, and expertise, these collaborations can drive innovation, scale up sustainable solutions, and overcome barriers of implementation. Local community-based collaborations also play a crucial role in addressing climate change. Community organizations, grassroots movements, and citizen-led initiatives can promote sustainable practices at the local level, advocate for policy changes, and raise awareness about the importance of climate action. These bottom-up approaches empower individuals and communities to be actively involved in finding solutions and contribute to building climate resilience from the ground up. Collaborative initiatives also involve partnerships between businesses and non-governmental organizations. Through these partnerships, businesses can benefit from the expertise and guidance of NGOs in implementing sustainable practices, ensuring responsible supply chains, and addressing social and environmental issues. NGOs, on the other hand, can leverage the influence and resources of businesses to drive positive change and advocate for sustainable practices in various sectors. Academic institutions and research organizations also contribute to collaborative initiatives through their scientific expertise and innovation. Collaborations between academia, industry, and government can facilitate the development of new technologies, policy frameworks, and evidence-based solutions to address the challenges of climate change. Furthermore, collaborative initiatives encompass knowledge sharing, capacity building, and financial support. By sharing best practices, lessons learned, and success stories, collaborations can foster learning and inspire others to take action. Capacity building programs can provide training and resources to support the adoption of sustainable practices, especially in developing regions. Additionally, financial collaborations, such as green investment funds and impact investing, can mobilize capital towards sustainable projects and accelerate the transition to a lower carbon economy. Collaborative initiatives are vital in addressing the complex challenges of climate change. By fostering partnerships, sharing knowledge, and leveraging collective resources, collaborative efforts can drive systemic change, accelerate the adoption of sustainable practices, and create a more resilient and equitable future for all. Embracing sustainable practices in our daily lives and businesses is essential for mitigating climate change. By adopting mindful consumption habits, embracing sustainable transportation options, improving energy efficiency, and integrating sustainable practices into business models, we can contribute to a greener and more sustainable future. Together, we can create a positive impact and ensure a healthy planet for future generations, and drive meaningful change in our communities and industries. Climate change is an urgent and complex challenge that requires collective action on all levels. Throughout these videos, we have explored the overwhelming scientific evidence supporting the existence of climate change and its far-reaching impacts on our planet and society. We've addressed common misconceptions and debunked climate myths, emphasized the importance of accurate information and responsible media reporting. These videos have highlighted the urgency of taking action to address climate change. We've discussed the consequences of inaction, including irreversible damage, rising temperatures, extreme weather events, health impacts, displacement and migration, biodiversity loss, economic costs, social injustice, and the need for global cooperation. It's clear that the stakes are high and the time for action is now. Individuals, communities, businesses, and governments all have a crucial role to play in combating climate change. We've explored various strategies for addressing climate change, including reducing personal carbon footprints, adopting renewable energy, embracing sustainable transportation and business practices, advocating for policy changes, and engaging in international cooperation. It's through the combined efforts of individuals, communities, and nations that we can effectively mitigate climate change and build a sustainable future. Addressing climate change also requires addressing misinformation and promoting accurate information. We've emphasized the importance of scientific consensus, fact-checking, media responsibility, dialogue, education, and bridging divides. By fostering a better understanding of climate science and promoting evidence-based information, we can combat misinformation and build a well-informed society capable of making informed decisions and taking action. Climate change is a pressing global issue that demands our immediate attention. The scientific evidence is clear, and the consequences of inaction are severe. However, there is hope. By embracing sustainable practices, advocating for change, supporting renewable energy, implementing mitigation strategies, and fostering global cooperation, we can mitigate the worst impacts of climate change and create a more sustainable and resilient future. Let's join forces, empower one another, and work together to combat climate change. By taking action today, we can ensure a healthier, cleaner, and more prosperous world for ourselves and future generations. The time for climate action is now. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found this really long video informative and thought-provoking. This is the point where others tell you, if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content just like this, although probably not as long. But we know that that kind of thing is for losers. Don't be a loser. And as always, I welcome your feedback for future videos in the comments section below. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep embracing your inner nude, dude.